and welcome to Kai Chi Alchemy. You can call me Katchi. This is a space of love, y'all. Welcome or welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the cosmos when this video finds you. Today, we're going to be doing a card pull from the Sacred Sites deck right here. Sagittarius may be relevant for some of you guys. And in this deck, there's going to be a different sacred site from a different part of the world. And each one of them is going to include some reflections on your past, your present, your future, as well as like a ritual or some action that you can take to take that information more deeply into your life. I got Medina on the bottom of the deck, may or may not be significant. I feel like that came out maybe a couple of times recently. Quite interesting. Okay, but what we actually got today was the Vatican. I don't know that I've ever pulled this card from this deck before. We got the, what is that? The David, dang. Let me know if you can remember what the name of this piece is with the mind and the body, touching fingers and everything. But yeah, okay. So the Vatican in this deck, isn't that in Italy? Is that right? Yes, Italy. This is on page 64 in this guidebook. And the energy focus for this sacred site is secret. Okay. I just posted that song Undercover by Flo Loris. Maybe something for you to check out there. And the location where the Vatican is in Italy is called Vatican City. Interesting. Okay. So it says, in the lower world, in the past position, beneath the Vatican hide ancient secrets. The Phrygianum was home to the Milicae, the priestesses of Rome's Magna Mater, or Great Mother, Cybele. This temple was located on Vatican Hill, along with the Temple of Apollo and Mithraeum, shrine of the Mithras mystery cult, on the site of what is now one of the holiest places of Christendom. Pagan burial grounds and the Circus of Nero, built by the Emperor Caligula, also once stood here. So much of our history has been erased. When records fail us, we must follow our intuition to learn from a sacred site. Sacred, etymologically, is connected to secret. Are you drawn to any particular images on this card or to any of the names associated with this place, such as Cybele, Apollo, or Mithras? Delve into books or the internet to find out more and discover the guidance that these deities offer for your own life. Cybele, Apollo, or Mithras, and or, if you feel called. And in the middle world here, it says, in the present position, pardon me, originally, the Anatolian earth goddess Cybele was imported to Rome from abroad in the city's hour of need, when a bad harvest and famine seemed to augur defeat and war. This foreign goddess arrived in the form of a black meteorite. Have you ever considered calling on another belief system to help you? What is the significance of the Egyptian obelisk that has stood in St. Peter's Square since 1586? When construction began in around 326 CE, on the first basilica over the tomb of St. Peter, the stones of the Circus of Nero were used to build the new church. In the late 15th century, planning for a replacement basilica began, and the new building's foundation stone was laid in 1506, but it was not until 1590 that the dome of St. Peter's was completed. Are you struggling to build up a relationship or a business? Or do you fear that what you have achieved is about to topple to the ground? If so, consider asking for divine help, perhaps from a deity from a different culture or an ancient pantheon that you have not approached before. A new influence. Seeking a sacred secret from somewhere you have not sought it before, because clearly what you're doing hasn't gotten you what you want so far, right? Okay. So in the future position here, it says upper world potential. In the creation of Adam, the famous fresco. Oh, I just asked you guys about that. There it is. Yeah. Ask and you shall receive. In the creation of Adam, the famous fresco by Michelangelo on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, Adam seems nonchalant that God is reaching out to give him life. If God came to give you life, would you lie back and casually lift your finger to him? Beside God is the form of a woman. Could this be Eve at God's side, not made from atoms? The divine spark is coming. Will you rise to the occasion? Time to step out of slothfulness and embrace the rebirth of your soul. Know that you do not need any intermediary to connect with God. You can address the divine yourself through prayer, meditation, and ritual. Put what you have been taught to one side and wake up now. Call on the Creator, proclaiming, I am here, I am ready. Ask and you shall receive. And in this Vatican section, there is a recommendation at the end that is called Journey into the Past. So it says, imagine standing in the vast basilica of St. Peter. Does its monumental scale and the magnificent art you see everywhere evoke awe or unease? To your surprise, you notice a small trap door beneath your feet. You open it and climb down a wooden ladder. It is very dark, but as you descend, you glimpse a tiny flickering light beneath you. When you reach the bottom, your eyes have adjusted to the darkness, and you find yourself in a beautiful underground room full of statues and artifacts. A candle stands before an altar adorned with a pentagram, as well as symbols of the gods and goddesses of the old ways. You see a huge Egyptian ankh and a statue representing the mother goddess Isis. You are amazed that such dedication to ancient wisdom exists here underneath the Vatican. You hear a whisper. The old ways have never been abandoned. They know the truth. You decide it is time to take your leave and return up the ladder back into the basilica, free to walk in whatever direction you decide to take. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for joining us here. I hope that you found what you needed. And if not, I hope that you do. Love, light, peace, and personal responsibility. I will see you next time. Boop.